Hello, and welcome back to the City Beneath. Last time we had some troubles, not with Omplic, but with Wubbas. I mean, I suppose the Omplic were involved. So, the problem here... Well, okay, so let's talk about what happened last time. Last time, and just kind of in general with this hold, my approach to solving the rooms is just kind of rush into it and, hit my face against it a bunch and get a solution. Because the vast majority of the stuff in this hold is actually not that difficult, especially for a veteran DROD player. But this room ended up being a stumbling block, so we're gonna treat it a little bit more seriously. So instead of just rushing in and trying to kill stuff and, make little modifications to make things work when they weren't, let's actually look at what was causing the problem. So the problem is these Omplic. If we have a situation like this, where if I kill this queen, I mean, I'm actually just fine here. What was the problem? The problem is that I'm not going to have... So this is assuming that I've killed everything else in the room. And now I'm not able to make that move because I need to be blocking to the north and to the left, north and left, the two cardinal directions here, without blocking both the Omplic. Because this is a brained Wubba, it will never want to go into either this row or this column. So to get around that, I was trying to have Roach spawn, so that a Roach, in this case, let's say everything is dead except for this one Roach. This Roach is blocking the Omplic, I can block the other one, and then I can go here. Problem with this approach is that the Wubba is always going to be faster than anything that was spawned. So we have placement. Wubba was placed into the room, so it's going to have its move order based on the other elements in the room. So we can see these roaches. Interesting. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 7 and 8. Okay, so you can see that this was kind of the order that they were placed in the room, which determines which one acts first when the monsters move. But because these were not placed in the room, they were spawned in after the fact, they will always move after anything that was already in the room before they were spawned. Now here, right, as long as I can step here. Right, you guys aren't brained. Okay. So the problem is here. Because once I step here, the Omplic aren't an issue anymore, because if I wait, they're just going to do that. If I kill the brain, then this goes down, so I can't kill the brain until I've killed everything, but there's going to be a Roach stuck behind this Wubba. Which means that I need to somehow get space in between me and this Wubba. And the only way to really do that... I mean, I can do this because it's blocked. Oops. But the Wubba still has priority. Alternatively, I could do this. But that's not going to work because you're still blocking me. So what I want is something like this, where I have a Roach here. No. Ideally what I would do is I would get the Wubba on this arrow, but I don't think that's possible. Because brained entities never want to step on arrows. And the Wubba he's always going to prefer to move towards me instead of down in that way. And because the way Wubbas work, even if the Wubba's here and then there's a bunch of roaches here, the Wubba's not going to step down to try to get around the roaches. It's just going to get stuck on the roaches. Now, that's a possibility. If I can get it stuck on the roaches somehow. Okay. So another thing is that this roach and this roach, even though this room is mirrored, they are not the same because of the way that the entrance is set up here. For example, if I do this, I've gotten some distance on this ompleg. I can now do that. I also stunned it. That's interesting. Now the question is, if I'm at this point where it's gotten to me, I can do that. Okay, so I can turn it. Okay, so I can reset this setup with any orientation that I want. That's intriguing. What if I just... kill the top row? Okay, so this is now the same. We've killed all of that. And we just have to do the bottom. I feel like this might actually be easier, the top part. So, do this. Doesn't matter which way I'm facing. So I could do something like this, where... I'm getting a lot of distance. Okay. So as long as everything's dead, I don't need any roaches to help me. I can just get around you by abusing Omplik shenanigans. Okay. Well, that's a solution. Also, hold on. I can get a turn on you at any point, too. That's interesting. Okay, well, from here... From there, I can actually do that. Can I get back up to you, though? No, because I have this free, but I don't have this free. Okay. Let's just start over. Okay, we're gonna do this again. That's not gonna work. So that's a way I can get distance as well. Okay, so I found multiple solutions to my problem, so now I just have to kill everything. So now the problem is... I can kill you on the way in, that's fine. Oh, why am I waiting? I can just do this, because you're blocking that. Hmm. Hmm. So really, this roach is the problem now. I need to kill this roach and get back up. If I can do that, I think I've won. So I know how to kill this. Kill these two and then get back up. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Let's slide you down. I wasn't planning on killing you right away, but I might as well since I'm here. Okay, and that lets me slide up here, where you're not an issue anymore. Okay. Challenge completed. 50 ways to leave your Wubba. Well, I'm curious about that. I was partially hoping that the challenge was going to be for the secret here. Don't step on the pressure plate. Hmm? Oh, that's a toggle. Wait. It's a toggle, but how does that help? If I have the Wubba right behind me anyway, the Wubba will be on the door. So I can step on the pressure plate, which will block both of the Omplic beams coming towards me and open this again. But the Wubba's still going to be coming in here first. So I think I'm missing something, like... I'm not even sure how the non-challenge solution would be possible. Goodbye, high score. Challenge, don't move the mirror. Alright, what's going on here? We just have to cut all of the tar. Okay. And once we've cut all of the tar... Well, first thing that we see is that... Yeah, if we get stuck like this, it's a problem. First thing that we see, sorry if I finished that thought, the Omplic beam does not penetrate the tar. So... by doing this, I'm now safe. I'm now safe from being attacked. Is this a good number? It is. Which means that is not going to be good. Okay. So ideally, we would have you, Omplic, looking at this thing diagonally. I think that... Okay, well, for one thing, that doesn't work. To do it like this. We're gonna have to use... babies to block things here. Again, we have a little bit of a difference here because in this... Oh, why am I doing what I'm doing? Like, if I want to get around the mirror... I just have to do, whoops, something like this. That'll stick it there, and I haven't... Okay. So if I'm not moving it... having it coming in at a diagonal is nice because I can step around the beam without waking it up. But if I completely clear this quadrant and have both of you stuck horizontally, that's also fine because I just never have to go do that again. Obviously, moving the mirror would make this way easier. There we go. So now the problem with what I've done is that I can't... really get a third one connected to this, can I? Diagonal works for that, and maybe for this? Yes. Okay. Because I can't step around behind the mirror in order to get you facing the right way, which means that my sword or body will necessarily be blocking you. But let's try... Yeah, getting you to move diagonally is going to require me to make this move while you're blocked, which is never going to be possible. So I think that's just all I get. Oh. Yeah, because you're never gonna look at that. Unless I can get you hooked on this first. Which, if I had you two... Does it work from this angle, too? Yeah, it does. Hmm. Oh, I'm never gonna get there. The other thing is... That's not cuttable. That would be. I think it's good enough, because... So I'm trying to figure out how I would deal with this situation at the end. If I have a tar baby to my left, I can do that, and it'll be blocked. And then I can move down one more, and then it'll sidestep around. Okay. Yeah, like this. I could do something like that. Which means that for my last... Where do I want my last car to be? Let's just clean this up. I don't feel like this is gonna work. I can do that. So now I just need to figure out how to get this to work. With the last cut. I mean, I can do that. Which just makes things so much worse. If there's a brain in this room, this would make it a lot easier. Alright, so now I have to consider... Do I want the bottom left corner to be my final cut? Or would I rather... Like, I think cutting up here would be better. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be the final thing that we cut then. Which means that we're going to focus on getting you two stuck. So we'll start at the bottom left. We'll basically do the same thing we just did, but in reverse. Okay, let's just get this done first. That might not be cuttable. Looks pretty good, though. So from here, this is cuttable, which means that this necessarily must be cuttable because of how tar works. So we get you stuck. It's probably a good thing to do. Before we do that, let's just get... Just get this all done, so that we never have to walk in this part of the room again, this corner. There we go. The way that I cut this is a little bit worrisome. So I can do that to get around you. I mean, I can do this. I think I'm gonna run into a problem at the end of this sequence, though. Actually, I'm okay. They're all dead. And now I can get around you. Like So... Alright, no problem. Mirror Symmetry. Clear the room without moving the mirror. Yep. Just get the Wubba stuck on an arrow because I can. Okay, interesting. So in this room I have a clone and a weird platform setup. Where am I trying to do? I'm trying to get to the end here. Yeah, I can't do that, so I have to take the time to kill those. But because of how this is set up, never mind, I do have to manually kill them. That will kill the goblin. Okay, we have a problem here. There we go. What am I doing? Can do that. Okay, let's just go backwards. Kill some of these enemies. Okay, there we go. Made progress. This is kind of a weird room. As long as I guess I keep them both with their swords in angles like this, I can just wait. And it'll be fine. And once we kill these Omplic at the end, this will get a lot easier. More Omplic coming, though. Okay, well, if I just wait here... That one's gone. There we go. Okay. So we got through this weird gauntlet thing. From here, you can just abuse the clones to break that. We have a mirror. I think this has to go onto the arrows. Let's just kill that. Let's just do this for a bit. Okay. That should make things a lot easier. Now from here, we can have this clone get around here to kill the brain once you've gone here. The problem is this is too close. So I do actually remember the trick on this particular room. This was a memorable one. We do need to get the mirror, I think, in that exact tile. If we push the mirror here, they'll see behind, which will let me wake one of them up from not death. And there is an arrow here, which lets us push a mirror across. Whoops. Okay, let's just... get off of the... get off of the platform of death. That should make things a little bit easier. However, I am forced to do that. Okay. So I guess we have to do it from the platform. Which isn't that bad, it just takes a little bit more time. I messed up somewhere along the way and got a roach in a weird spot. That's fine. How do I... Wait, how do I do this? Because... I can't ever actually take this. I need to be able to push it one more. Maybe we use the floor here. I can be on these arrows, that's fine. also kill this Roach Queen while we're at it. We can't. There we go. Do this again. Okay. This lets us do that. Okay, let's just get our sword facing the right way. It wakes you up. Is there any way... Nice. Well, that was a weirdly involved room. Yeah, so this room having some pretty demanding omflick beam manipulation. And then this room having that mirror trick, I remember that catching me off for quite a while when I first played it. And this room with the challenge, yeah, we only did 3 rooms today, but it's probably all we're going to do, unless there's a room behind the blue door. Where was the blue door? That was here. There is an NPC in that room, so maybe we'll get a little bit of dialogue, and that'll be it for today. Definitely not going to start a new level. Oh, it's these two.
I assume that you heard about the unfortunate stalwart army taking on the Omtlich.
Army? What army?
How is it that you can hear about the most inane things, like 30-second leaf juice grinder stubbing his toe, but you know nothing about a considerable army forming so close to Lowest Point?
I'm lucky.
If you say so. Anyway, it's a shame I couldn't have been there to watch the battle. I heard it was intense. I was also told that the stalwart captain was crying like a newborn mid-battle. The weakling! Crushed by the will of the Empire.
Hey now, I'm sure he had his reasons for acting as he did. He sounds noble, even.
Oh, whose side are you on, anyway?
Well, it's probably for the best that you didn't witness that battle, because you didn't hear about those Briar that came and flooded and killed basically everybody. Alright, well, we have made it through the Forgotten Ruins, and down these stairs will be another level. I will see you then.